Hey y'all, so we've talked about it before on this channel. Basically, weight belts, should you wear them? We've got other videos on it. You can watch those. The real quick and dirty is, it depends. Depends what your goals are, depends on what you're trying to do outside of here. If you're playing a sport or doing something where you get to wear a weight belt, then using a weight belt is a really good idea because that's what you're gonna do in your sport. But if you're playing a sport, doing things, just kind of general fitness overall, that doesn't have weight belts, then it's probably a pretty bad idea to wear a weight belt. The way we would get tight without a weight belt is draw our belly button in, butt cheeks tight, Kegel, and breathe into that drawn in position. The way we get tight with a belt is slap this sucker on, draw in just the same, get this real tight, and then now I'm gonna push out into it, and pushing out into it creates a lot of pressure through the belt. So really it's complete opposites there. So something I want you to think about is when maybe you're someone who has been wearing a belt and we've established a lot of maxes, we've established a lot of benchmark times, we have all of these things with a belt, and then you want to become someone who doesn't use a belt. I'll tell you, I've pushed in these ribs a lot of times because the belt was on. I've had a lot of back injuries back when I used to wear a belt, and as soon as I took bracing on myself without the belt and really focus on that, it's been 6 years at the time of this video since I've been hurt. Absolutely incredible. I was hurt all the time when I was wearing a belt. So what has to happen is you have to think of these things as different things. So if you are back squatting with a belt, that is a different max number, a different 5-rep max, whatever you want to do. If you're doing Fran with or without a belt, these are different scores with a belt than without a belt. So as soon as you try and make the move of let's remove the belt, you're not going to be able to. You can get stronger than you've ever been without the belt. Right now I'm stronger than I ever was when I wore a belt. But it doesn't happen like this. You got to rebuild. If you've spent your whole training career pushing out this way, trying to relearn how to do everything drawn in, it takes a little bit of time. So you kind of have to back off of the weight, put the focus on building your core back up, and that has so many other benefits along with it. But the thing you need to expect is your numbers, just throw them out the window. Say, okay, this is the number I'd like to get up to and pass in the future, but I'm gonna take my time getting there. And you can't expect to take the belts off, go do a max back squat without ever having practiced this position. For me, it was about a year before I was back up to my old max. I don't think I lost any actual strength. It was just core strength, developing that back up so I could do the same weights that my legs and everything else were capable of, but without the belt. So think about if you had a race car and you had one crappy part in the race car. What the belt can do is hide that crappy part so your car can drive. But you take that belt off, you don't have a race car anymore. You just have that crappy part, and you got to get that part back up to speed before you got that race car again. So be patient. For me, in my journey, it was absolutely worth it. I don't wear a belt. I had to go dig this one out of the closet just to find one for this video. But the things I do outside of the gym don't involve a belt, so I don't wear one. I don't train with one. And because of that, all of my injuries have gone away because the movement patterns I'm using in the gym replicate the movement patterns I'm doing out in the real world. Hope that helps. Talk to y'all soon.